Welcome to a new video, and today we'll be looking at not the lens I've been teasing, but this backpack. It's called the Everyday Backpack from Peak Design. Now, I didn't get it from Peak Design because it's in the US and there's tax, and then it's really expensive if I do it like that. But I got it from, obviously they have stuff over here as well, luckily, like they import stuff, and I got it from a shop, I forget which shop it was, but I'll probably link it in the description below. And it made it like £40 cheaper because no tax. Shipping, obviously, you know, delivery, it costs a lot less. So yeah, it's just currently on the table to my right. The lens will be kind of like teased in this video because I've got to like obviously pack my stuff in there, and might use the phone for some of the videoing, capture some of the, you know, some of the video, because I have to like put this camera body in there because I also use it as my photography camera, and also as well as I use it for this content. So you know, I can't just like not put it in there and be like a real full sort of you know, experience / try to see if it all fits in the bag itself. So we're just going to unpack this. I think I have some scissors somewhere. Let me get those. Okay, so the bag is quite of a, it's got this sort of shape that it kind of has a very sort of good consistency, like it doesn't fold in on itself. Like I do see my other bag, it kind of like goes back in, but I think this one has this sort of like structure to it that always keeps it like propped up, which is quite nice. The only issue about this bag is apparently its sort of security. It's not known to be the best because of how it's got zips at the bottom of the bag, but for overall usage, it's, for its price point, it's pretty good. I think it's only like £100 something. 100. I mean, if I got it from the US, it'd be 210 or something. But because I didn't get it from the US and I got it from the UK, like the store I bought it from, it's so much cheaper. So I'm just gonna unpackage this. Obviously, it's hard to do with one hand, so I'm gonna put the camera down for a sec. Okay, so this is the Peak Design logo. This was actually from one sec. Clifton Cameras. I'll put the link in the description below just in case, you know, it doesn't come clearly, or it's, you know, weird spelling, whatever. But Clifton Cameras is where I bought this from, from the UK store. Peak Design looks to be quite nice. I kind of like the packaging they've used. I actually really do like the simplistic logo, PED, Peak Design. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any sort of like address on this one, so which is good. Still need another 2 hands, so I'll put the camera down again. Okay, so here is the backpack. And there is the packaging on the floor that I've just kicked. It's got a really nice look to it. I love the shape in the body. It's got a very it has a very nice feel to it. Overall, it looks really nice. I think this is the 20 litre. I think it also comes in 15 litres. 20 litre is just far better for my personal use. Now at the back here, you can also have a 15-inch laptop, so that's what this back bit here is for. As you can see, it kind of has a zip here, and this goes all the way through here. But apparently it's not a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a bit of a tight fit at 15 inches, so it's not probably the best idea to have anything more than a 15-inch, and also I think they recommend what can be at, like, I think it's a 15-inch MacBook. So if you go any like thicker, then it's going to be really tight, squeezed to get it in there. It even says here, look, everyday backpack zip, 20 litres, photo plus essential carry bag, everyday. Oh, it's got all this information as well. Max laptop size. Oh, here we go. It is the dimension for the laptop size. 15-inch, and it even says 38 centimeters by 25 by this by that, or by inches. Unpacked weight would be 1.2 kilograms. Flex folder dividers, cord hook straps. Yeah, it's got quite a lot. Made from recycled plastics, weatherproof construction. So it's got some sort of weather resistance to it, like rain, water. Guaranteed PD for life. Super durable, keep gear protected for the planet member. Cool. So it's also like, if you're really into the environment, you know, this is a pretty good backpack as well. So that's quite nice. Alright, let's get this unzipped then. Slowly but carefully one-handed. Yeah, here it is. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Before I unzip it, it has this at the bottom, which is bottom. What the heck is that I'm saying? The bottom. I don't know why I spoke because it wasn't clear. But yeah, this is the zips at the bottom. I'm assuming it's because you can fully undo it and then you can kind of like lift it over from any sort of angle, but you can also like have a sideways, like if you want to unzip it sideways, you can have it sideways and have an easy access because this will come down, you know, you can take your stuff out. Like this makes it more, you know, you can have it open anywhere you want and it's just easy, but also it's a security risk. Because if someone unsuspectingly just goes, oh, there's a free sort of like zip at the bottom, and they start playing with it, even though this feels kind of sturdy, like I'm holding on it, but over time this will still start gradually going up and up like that, you know, and stuff could just fall out the bottom. That's the problem. But it does feel quite sturdy, like I was holding on to it and it wasn't like going anywhere, but you know, over time stuff happens and it could just like, you know, unzip itself, because it happens. Like my current bag is not good for obviously photography as well, because there's an issue with the zips where it doesn't always like zip, and then it doesn't always connect the I don't remember what these are called, but it doesn't always connect these two areas, and it just kind of like has this, and it's like really a security risk, and it's just also very frightening for my gears to just completely fall out, which is horrible, you know. That's why I need this backpack. Also, the bottom of my old bag has completely like kind of degraded, so it's a very thin layer, so if anything, if there's too much weight in it, it will just kind of fall out because it can't carry it. That's why I need this backpack. It's the gears are really expensive, so I can't risk it with a cheap bag. Not fun. But I do like this sort of design they have. I think it's magnetic, so you can just undo this. Oh, not magnetic. I thought it was magnetic. It just looks like it's you just put it through the hole like that instead. See, you kind of loop it through, just like that. So yeah, I thought it was magnetic for a second there. It had a look of magnetism, but I was wrong. There we go. Well, either way, it's still quite nice. Design of it has a really nice look of it. Feels, there's a sort of a grainy feel, quite nice. But yeah, undoing this one hand is a pain. So let's put you about there. I know they're not good at camera angles, but I gotta work with, you know, what I can work with. So, you know, inside you got that sort of packaging, which I guess props it up. Oh, we dropped the ever gel, you know, that you get with the packaging. Now, even though it kind of props it up, it still has some sort of like structure to it. Like this hasn't just gone completely flat down again. See, it's still up because it's got this sort of dividers in it, which you can put your camera and lenses on. So, which is really nice. It's not fully undone yet. Let me just undo it fully. So this is what I mean by the easy access. If you really wanted to, you could just open up this sort of compartment, have it sideways if you wanted, and then take your lens out, your camera out, wherever you got them. It also has storage at the top, so you put something here, here, and here. You can also put stuff here if you really want to, like, I don't know, clothing or any sort of other accessories on top. It's got a good amount of space between them. It's not the greatest to see because of the lighting reasons, but if I fully open the bag up, again, use two hands for this. Actually, this is a lot easier on this side. There we go. There we go, it's fully open up. So it's held together by Velcro, so I can undo it with the Velcro. But as you can see, there's a lot of room at the front, so that's nice. You also have these sort of compartment here. You have a little zip, little pouch for, I don't know, SD cards maybe, or yeah, SD cards and other sort of features. This is what came with it. Register your product and activate the warranty. Good to know. I should probably do that. It says Peak Design Everyday Backpack, zip 20 litres. It actually feels quite nice, this pocket does actually. It's kind of like a soft material, but it's got some sort of integrity to it. It's like it's a bit stretchy, but it's not like super soft. It feels like it's quite durable. So that's what I meant by integrity, but it just feels durable, strangely enough. The words aren't coming out today the way I intended them to. And I can't really edit it out because I'm speaking very closely related to other words that I kind of needed for the video. But yeah, very easy. Just undo the Velcro, You can do it one-handed if you wish. See, very easy to come off, but I don't really want to. It's kind of like in a nice place for me. Also got more pockets here, zips. Down here, there is something else down here. More of this gel. More free stuff, wow. Over here, you've got another kind. Oh, this is this one here is magnetized, see? You can even hear it probably. There we go. This is another pocket. More stuff. Oh, okay, there's this sort of label here. I thought it was more free stuff for a second. You can't really see it, but there's a label right there. I don't know what you really put here. I think it'd be better if there was this one kind of big sort of pocket, or like big. It started here, the zip, and then you just have all this space. Not really sure why it's divided, but I guess if you want to put something here that doesn't want to mix with this or that and make it easier to get out, I guess it's fine. But personally, I would have just had one big one. But it's, you know, what they want to do. On the opposite side, there's exactly the same thing. You know, you put your hand on here for the free stuff, the gel. And yes, the same principle. It's also got this sort of little, you can probably see it, these little pouches. I think that could be for SD cards actually. But then again, it's got like these two pouches here, but then it's got this other space that you can put over it as well. So you don't have to use the two pouches. But then this is also magnetized as well. Did this have pouches as well? Is that why it kind of got this sort of... Oh, it did. I just kind of missed them. It's got pouches. I kind of put my hand in there, but I didn't fill the pouches. Strange. It's just got two of them. It's got enough literally for an SD card. That's it. Like one SD card, it feels like. So you completely like open this up if you really wanted to. And yeah, it's just kind of leads to a security risk. That's what this does, that bottom one. Now I would love to field test this today, but the weather is not the best, and it was raining earlier, so yeah. Not really a fan of that. I can't do the laptop test because I don't own a laptop. I've been looking at some for a while now, around 15 inches, because I know I was going to get this bag, but I really don't have a laptop. Like, I've not had one for like 5 to 6 years. I've been looking online for like £1,000 or whatever, but I'm just gonna keep looking because I really don't want Mac, because I don't want to deal with the OS. I don't really like it, but they're really good, like color, you know, accuracy and everything else. And you know, the new one I think they dropped is really nice, and it has an SD card reader or something. But this is the space you get, so pretty enough for a 15-inch. It's got nice sort of padding. Like when you probably wear it, you probably won't be able to feel it. Like there's quite a lot of thickness here, and it's got a lot of structure. Like I doubt you're going to feel it when you're carrying it on the back. I can't really do a field test, which is what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to field test this with the new lens today, but I don't want to take the chance with it raining. There's only so much I'll trust with the new stuff. So you got this sort of little pouch here, and then it's got like sort of magnet. Oh no, this is the magnet one. That's the magnet one here. And then you've got more dividers. This has got enough for like, I don't know, 4 of my fingers to go inside. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what I can put in here, to be honest. I guess more just kind of like slim gear stuff. Yeah, not a whole lot really. Down here, kind of doesn't... Oh, this one goes all the way, but I'm assuming you're going to put your laptop in this one here. This is most likely the pouch you put the laptop in. Down here, probably some other sort of stuff. Probably could put some charger stuff actually here for the laptop, like your charger. That would actually pretty fit. It'd probably be kind of bulky looking, which should probably be the problem. It might look a bit bulky, but I'm not too sure until I actually get a laptop, you know. We'll do the test for what it can hold as well. So this material feels quite nice. Like it's got some weather resistance to it, and I think I've seen they kind of advertise it with droplets on it, so hopefully it's quite weather resistant. I do remember seeing that this is weatherproof to a certain degree, but obviously there's no other sort of, from what I can see, it doesn't come with any other waterproof bag. Like sometimes you have like camera bags and they have like this little pouch at the bottom. You unzip it here and then you would take it out and then you cover the rest of the backpack, and then that's the added layer for waterproof. So the bags are already quite water resistant to begin with, but that added layer means like you got that extra security that you know that because it's got these zips, and you know this is probably where the most of the issue would lie, is where the zips for the water to just, you know, get in, or the moisture or something, and it could really screw your gear up. So that added layer just adds protection and just kind of eases the mind that your gear is not going to get damaged or wet. So yeah, but I'll do the test, and I'll probably go to my phone now because I have to use this camera for the test, and it'll also be like, you know, teasing the lens because I put the lens there as well, because I think that's going to be my daily lens, or my main lens, because it's got the better clarity and this and that, but we'll go into that in a different video. But yeah, this is really nice, like, fabric. It feels really good, feels really sturdy, really durable. I love how, because of this sort of dividers, it doesn't sort of collapse in on itself, and this has structure to it already. Like, look, even this bit here, even without this, will probably prop itself up most likely, you know, to a degree. There might be some sag, but not a whole lot. But yeah, really nice, good feel. Feels like it's not cheap quality. Like, I can really tug on this here. It hurts a little bit, but I can really tug on parts of the bag, and it doesn't feel like it's going to pull off easily, you know. I mean, if I do this and it fell apart, that'd be cause for concern for me to send it right back. Like, if you're not stress testing your stuff, then you can't really use it in the real world. Like, if it's not going to take some of the abuse that you think it's going to take out there, like me hitting it and stuff, kind of gently, it ain't going to survive. So if you see if someone online product testing and they start hitting their stuff maybe, or, you know, being quite rough with it, it's because out there anything can happen. And if you accidentally like hit a tree or whatever, you know, or knock against a tree, obviously your gear, you know, this is just a worst case scenario. If you accidentally fall down, you know, this feels like it's going to be secure and hopefully protect. Look, it's got that sort of like absorption. It feels like it would protect some of my gear if anything does happen, like I fall down by accident. Like, it feels like some of my gear would be protected. Probably some of the lenses would break, maybe, hopefully don't, but look, it's got that sort of strength to it, which is really nice. Obviously me pressing down like this and my entire body is very different, but you know, it's just like, you know, you just got to get that sort of feel for it. Like, okay, I can actually go out there with my gear that's expensive and feel like, you know, it's going to actually protect it from the weather. Something stupid happens, you know, it just feels like it's going to be good. But yeah, we're going to get to the you know, fitting now to see if everything fits. It does look like it will fit. All I'm really going to take is my camera body, probably 3 lenses, just in case we do any sort of videography style thing. So this lens is a small lens. I think it's like a 50mm lens. Other lens is like 70mm to 300mm, and this new lens is is it 70mm to 200mm. So if I need an extra 100mm, I'll use the other lens, which isn't as good. But for most of the things, I would probably use the up to 200mm, which is generally going to be pretty okay. But sometimes I do abuse the 300 because I don't want to get too close to the subject. So, and obviously the new lens is generally for people photography and close-up stuff than actually doing wildlife. But you can do wildlife with it. It's just not as good to do it with. So yeah, it's it looks pretty nice, and I just love the I love the design of it. Like, I was looking at backpacks and they didn't have this sort of nice design I was looking at, and then I don't know, this one just really caught my eye, and it was also really highly rated for its price point. It looked pretty decent, so I'm glad I was able to find this in the UK. I didn't have to get it from US because it's so much more expensive, like £50 more, which is ridiculous. So yeah, let's go do the test. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me quite well. And yeah, so this is what I found to be most optimal, is where I put it on, and it is really, really easy to put on because it's got this sort of, I don't know what it is, but it's a really smooth sort of rotation. It looks like magnets, and it's kind of like hard to see because it's get back there. It's really, you know, really got to stretch it, but there's like really smooth sort of rotational feel, really nice, and it gives that sort of like ease to put on. Like, you put it like this, the straps either side like that and that. This is one of the, probably the nicest, and actually it feels really good to put on. Like, this sort of padding is quite nice. It feels like one of the easiest backpacks to put on I've ever put on. Like, it just feels super simple, super easy, super smooth, which is, again, really convenient if you're just gonna, like, if you're on the go, you don't struggle putting your backpack on, you just put it either side, put it around your back, and then off you go. Like, it's just really sort of smooth to put on. But, you know, that's one thing I didn't really notice about this backpack, is it's got this sort of feature with the straps. Another thing is that there is all these sort of pockets on the side for water bottles and tripods, but I don't really go out and do have a tripod for photography, and generally most stuff I do is like handheld. Obviously, if you want to do sunsets and time lapses and other things, you can use a tripod, but I don't tend to do that sort of stuff, so that's why I haven't really talked about it. It has this sort of handle on the side if you really want to just do it on the side like that. But what I found was, well, of course, is that when I was wearing the backpack and I wanted to take it off, I'd always kind of throw it around, and this sort of, if I threw it around, this sort of, I think it was the right side, that was the side where I would kind of notice, I would have easiest access to, I think it was. So yeah, personally for me, the right side is where I'll probably use the most. I mean, I might change it if this feels like I'm using it too much and the zip starts to get a bit weird. But yeah, right now I think the right side is where I feel more comfortable having to access my gear. Like if I wanted to like take something out and do a quick like shot or something and put it back down, I would just go like that and grab something. But this is my initial lens. I will always keep one lens on the camera, because like if I have to do something and let you guys know during I don't know, field testing or something, I have easy access to one lens to be on the camera at all times. And that'll generally be like probably until I get an actual vlogging camera, and then I can get rid of, well, not really get rid of it, but like use this lens less. So I don't have to always attach and detach this lens, which is the one we're talking about in the video. I probably shouldn't have it like that, but it's just kind of limited space on the desk right now. It's always pretty best to have it lying down. And yeah, so yeah, this lens plus this lens. So this lens is the 70-300, but it's lighter, cheaper, and I think it's actually the same size as this 70-200mm one. So obviously probably don't need to have it in its sort of initial packaging. This is actually how it came. It came like this, like that, in one of those boxes, and I have the box. Check it out. So this is my current lens that I use all the time. It's a really nice lens. I think I've showed it in the on the channel as well. It's an £800 lens at the time. It might still be £800. It's a really nice. I think it's a full frame FE 4.8 to 5.6 7300mm GOSS lens. So this is like another place where you can just press and this is how it focuses as well. Really nice lens. It's not the white ones, so that's a white one. The white one's more expensive and generally more professional. This one is a dark one. It's just less. The quality is really good, but it's just less as that one over there. This is actually a lot lighter. That one is like probably twice as heavy. This one actually comes with its own straps, so it doesn't like, you know, you have the camera strap like this, but this one comes with a strap. This one didn't come with one because you can hold it, and it's like a kilogram or so. That's like 2 kilograms or so. So yeah, let me just put this one in here. Yeah, and even if I put that lens right there, it's still got enough room to put a camera body in. So if I wanted to have another vlogging camera, that could maybe make use of that just in case that one dies or something, or I get another one of those, which is maybe not because it's a really expensive camera. And if I get the next version up of this, I could use this as a vlogging camera, and then all these lenses will still work because they're all FE mount types, so they're really nice. But yeah, this lens just fits in quite snug over there. Put the camera. See, if I wanted to put this in, I could put this in like sideways, and it would still fit. It kind of just fits, and because of the padding, it would still fit, but it would be a bit snug. Personally, I wouldn't risk it, so I just put it at the top here, like that, if I wanted to. Now, of course, I have to like unzip that and take it all out. That has its own sort of packaging as well. It comes with its own like camera lens bag, so I have to take out that as well. So this is the lens that we were, or well, sorry, not were, but we will be looking at in a future video. Just trying to think of where it would fit. It can't go down there, so this would have to trade places with another lens. But this is definitely a lens. This is twice as heavy as, you know, this one here. Sake of like clearance issues, I'll probably put this like here. It'll still fit in there very easily, obviously with the little strap. Put this one at the top. The issue is because it's such a long lens, or longish lens for what it is. I was thinking about clearance problems, but luckily the top is such a nice amount of space. It just clears it so easily. Okay, so we'll put this one down here. There we go. Still got a lot of room. Like I could definitely fit. So with this detached, like even with like because of the body, I could probably have 3 lenses. Like three. Well, not 3 of those, but probably 3 of those lenses. Well, 3 lenses in general, and I probably have 3 camera bodies just like in this space alone. Which is really nice actually, and then also the stuff on top as well that I could just put there, but I wouldn't really personally put anything on top of my lens here. I'd probably put this one down here, increase the space, because this is obviously Velcro, and obviously you can keep like, you could decrease it down here a little bit, because this probably doesn't need as much room. But yeah, obviously there's a lot you can do. This is Velcro. The wrist feels really nice and sturdy. Like we've already tested its squidginess out. It feels like quite squidgy. Like it's going to take a lot of impact as well if anything does happen. Like it's very thick. It's got a few layers to it. No, this isn't 2. This is just 1. But it's, as you can see, it's very thick. I'm not too sure why this is like that. Like you can fold it in. I guess it's a bit odd. Like this. Not too sure what you can do. But whatever idea comes your way, I'm just doing it for the initial purpose of it. Like carry my gear. Obviously, it's not all my gear, but this is the main stuff, and obviously this will go like on top of the end of it, and then I'll kind of like have it not fully attached, because when you properly attach it, you're attaching it this way around, and that's just going to really kind of make it annoying. So I generally just put this on the end of the lens, and it kind of covers it in a way, and it's not really attached to it. It's just kind of hanging on it. It's just for like clearance issues. It's just how it comes naturally as you buy it, kind of have it stored as. But yeah, it's really nice. Everything fits really easily, and there's tons more room. But how does it feel weight-wise? So now, of course, it's this is a bit weird to be honest to film it like this, but yeah, it doesn't feel too bad weight-wise. It actually feels pretty good. Like it just feels pretty sturdy. I actually have some sort of, I don't really think I can feel the lenses themselves. Like sometimes if the bag's not good enough, you can feel like the stuff at the back in the bag kind of like hit you. This doesn't feel like it's gonna feel. It doesn't feel like I can feel it. Like I don't notice that there's a round lens in my backpack at all. That's gonna hit me at all. Or I don't feel the shape of the lens per se. But overall, it feels pretty good. There is obviously weight distribution because of the way the lenses are weighted. So there's a lot more weight in some areas, and there's more weight depending on where I place them. So, but yeah, overall, distribution of weight's pretty good. It feels quite nice. Like there's a nice comfort to it. It feels comfortable to have it on. Obviously, the straps aren't. Like this one in particular isn't that good because I haven't really salted it out like in terms of length and stuff. So there's that to consider. But yeah, it feels pretty good in all. Like I would definitely be happy with this as I am. Walk out there, take it off, it's really hard to do this with the phone, but I know some people vlog with their phone, but I personally wouldn't do it, just for my own reasons. But take it off, and yeah, I'd be happy, to be honest. I'd be very happy. Like it, obviously I've just lost a few kilograms of weight there, so I definitely feel lighter, but when I had it on, it didn't feel like a massive issue. Like, I didn't feel like I was being dragged down by the bag at all. Like, the distribution, because of the way it's sectioned out, it's quite good. Yeah, overall, it feels like a good purchase, to be honest. But yeah, it's quite heavy now, but the lens rests really nicely in the top compartment from when I took a peek at it, so that's really good, and makes me feel like, okay, this is good. It's going to sit there comfortably. It's not going to take any sort of knocks, or it's not going to like just go through the bag. Like it won't just unzip itself. So like there was, it felt like it was going to keep everything safe and secure on the outside, but also internally that Velcro wasn't just easy enough to be like, okay, there's a lot of weight here. Let's just go down a bit. And then it's going to just start a reaction, and everything's going to hit each other. And it's going to break one after the other. That's the sort of thing, That Velcro felt nice, secure. My lens will sit there nicely and comfortably. I know for a fact that this bag feels really nice personally. The price point, what I could get it for, around 210 from the Peak Design itself, because of tax and delivery, no, I wouldn't pay that much. The £170 or something in the end, so it was like around £170, so not £50 cheaper, but like £40 cheaper, still, you know, quite a lot. Because I looked at a few sites and I just remember the biggest difference was like £50, but the cheapest colorized, and it wasn't in stock for a few weeks or something. I wasn't, you know, that bothered paying a few extra pound here and there, and obviously I think delivery as well is kind of hidden sometimes, so that was why it was a bit more like £40 difference and £50 difference in some stores. But yeah, this was generally sold out on a lot of places, and it was kind of hard to get from the UK at the time I was looking at. Like the color, the black color was completely sold out anywhere I looked, which was kind of really annoying. Or it was really expensive, even if it was from the UK stores, so that really didn't help. So yeah, overall, I'd be very happy. I just got to sort out the straps on the right hand side. Personally, not too sure what this is. Some sort of weird sort of belt thing, maybe. I could like strap it over this side and, you know, strap yourself together or something. Probably, something like that. Probably. But I'm not too fussed with it right now. It looks like this could come out, then I can strap it over there and then like kind of hook it together so it's more security as you're walking. But yeah, I gotta sort out the straps length because that's not been done. This has, I don't know what this is, to be honest. Not too sure, but that's just there. Overall, I'm quite pleased, quite happy. Like, even though when I'm doing this up and down, I can hear, because at the very top there's a lot of room, that it's kind of rotating around. But the lens itself is quite sturdy. Like, it's in a nice padded backpack. If I do that, it's not going to get damaged or anything. Like, it's an expensive lens. If it breaks by that, it's not worth having, you know. And Sony make really nice, good quality stuff, and the lenses tend to be quite good and kind of durable. So, but I wouldn't recommend like throwing a lens around. It's just like it, you know. I personally do this because it's my own stuff, you know, and I won't recommend anyone do with their own stuff, so I'm not liable and other stuff like that, you know. But that's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't normally sign off like this. Normally I sign off with the camera facing me, but I guess the bag is just as good looking as I am. Maybe not. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one where we look at the actual lens and not just the bag, and maybe the field test as well. I might field test later because that's a blue sky. Can't really see it, but yeah. But please like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any suggestions or want to know more about this backpack. Or when maybe I actually might be releasing a video for the lens. I've been kind of teasing for the past like 3 videos. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.